This episode of the Best of 7 Sports Talk is sponsored by The Reflection Connection. For all your natural healthcare products, go to The Reflection Connection. That's connection with a K. All right, NBA fans, enjoy the show.
All right, live from Baltimore, it's the show that's really considering taking back Jared Jackson Jr.'s Defensive Player of the Year award, man. It's the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I'm Seven Mitchell. Salute to the NBA community. We are back. We are in the building, man. Salute to you guys once again. Y'all know the vibes. Got a special guest with me, man. Y'all know it's showtime tonight. Joining me, man, I got Rasheed White in the building.
Good,
Rasheed.
everyone? What's good, man? It might stick around. It might get heated up in here. You know how 7B.
Man, this is
going to push those buttons sometimes.
Another classic, as always, man. Shout out to Sports to the Wire, man. My guy Rasheed White, man, as always, man. Big up to Bird as well. Shout out to their platform. Make sure you follow those guys on YouTube, man. Big up again to the NBA community. We have so much to talk about in this episode. This might be one of those ones. Rasheed, how you feeling, brother?
I'm chilling, man. Just a lot of surprises in the NBA in terms of like the play-in teams. Just like blowing everybody's mind in terms of being able to actually reach this far over here, man. I don't think like Houdini himself can actually see anything like this, man. You know, like I don't know if that's a good metaphoric analogy or not, but I mean, nobody saw the Lakers and the Miami, especially the Miami Heat. I mean, they look bad, even like as garbage as my Brooklyn Nets was, like inconsistent. I mean, we scraped them with ease in the regular season. So I was just like, whoa, it's crazy, man.
Now, wait a minute. What you mean no one saw my Lakers? I saw my Lakers.
No, because, you know, like LeBron, it was injuries, the trades, Anthony Davis. You just don't know what you're going to get out of him. You got to push buttons with him. I mean,
here we go.
Here we go. Man, yeah. It's true.
You want to give people a disclaimer. You want to give people a disclaimer of how the show is going to go. That's because you know you coming to start some trouble tonight, man. Okay, I feel you, man. Can you address LeBron as King James tonight? Can I get that much from you?
I don't know yet, man. I mean, I give him his props. Listen, I give him his props as probably like the second greatest player. Not above MJ, you know, and it has nothing to do with like accomplishments. It has nothing to do with that, man. It's just it's the skill level that MJ has that LeBron doesn't have. The post-up game,
that LeBron doesn't have, Rasheed.
Post-up game, fundamentals, moving without the basketball, able to like post-game. Nah, he stands, he waits, he doesn't move around the court. That's one of the things that shocked me. I said, wait a minute, I thought MJ was his ball hog. I didn't know this man could play like Reggie Miller, like Richard Hamilton, you know, like moving around without the basketball, the ability to catch and shoot. His post moves, defensively. I mean, just man. I mean, he has like the complete package, man. I don't even think the man's even human. Like I said, I did that video. It was about 8-9 months ago where I'm thinking LeBron James is the best player because I get into a lot of different reasons on that back then because I just think the players today, I don't think they're more skilled than the players back in the 80s and 90s, but in terms of like the athleticism and the ability to actually like shoot, you know, I see guys, man, pulling from 30, 32 feet and just, I mean, big men that can actually shoot and put the ball on the floor, big men that can actually slide their feet, you know, and big men back then, you know, they were like, you know, it was like slow prodding guys, but now you got like Jared Jackson Jr., Anthony Davis, man. You know, these guys move like guards, man, and they're like 6'11", 7 feet. So I thought MJ didn't have to deal with any of that stuff, man. The big men back then were like one-dimensional, but like the bigs today, you know, they're multifaceted. You know, but the skill level that MJ has, you just gotta sit there and like, you know, watch him. You know, I'm like, man, especially because like old man Jordan was what really convinced me. You know, I'm like, whoa. I mean, his skill level was insane.
I mean, the disrespect you have for LeBron it's unreal.
Listen, I was on the LeBron train, man. I had to jump off that train.
Nah, I ain't trying to hear that.
I did videos on it, man. I did. You can go look at my catalog. I did videos saying that how
I don't care.
LeBron,
I'm talking about what you're saying now, and what you're saying now is so out of pocket.
Yo, I keep it a buck, man. I keep it real, man. I don't know what else to. I don't know how else I can actually really do it, man.
Well, let's get right into it, man. Let's get into the first quarter here at the Best of 7 Sports Talk, man. If you guys are new to the platform, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. 7 Mitchell, man. Rasheed White in the building. Let's talk about my Lakers. So, LeBron and my Lakers last night. Rasheed knocked off the defending champions. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors advanced to the Western Conference Finals. Now, at the beginning of the series, Rasheed, a lot of people were saying that Steph has surpassed Magic as the all-time best point guard in history. I want to get your reaction to that. Then I want to get your thoughts on the Lakers advancing, knocking off the defending champions.
Yeah, well, let's get to the championship. I mean, how did the Lakers advance? Well, actually, it's real simple, man. Magic Johnson. If Magic Johnson was actually playing on this team right here, man, probably the Golden State Warriors actually advance. You know,
shot
like
Steph.
Yeah, it's a shot at Steph, of course, man. He's not. I mean, he could pass the ball, but I mean, his greatest thing is shooting the basketball. Yeah, that he has over Magic Johnson. Other than that, nah. And then like, I'm not surprised that the Golden State Warriors lost because, like, you know, you only have like one high percentage one-on-one player. You know, a guy that can, like, let's say the shot clock is at 7, and they say, okay, they try to run their sets, they run everything, and they say, hey, we need a bucket. You know, you normally need at least 2 guys. You know, Klay Thompson, I mean, he's not that type of guy that's explosive off the dribble, can get to the rim 3, 4 dribbles. It's not him, you know. And
Mr.
Andrew
Loudmouth. I know you.
Absolutely. Now Jordan Poole. Yeah, Jordan Poole can actually do that, you know, but if he takes a bad shot or he turns the ball over and he has to look over his shoulder to see if Steve Kerr actually is going to yell at him and it can actually really kind of hurt his confidence in a sense though. So, yeah, man, I mean, I'm not surprised at all. You normally, like, you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis. These guys are 2 high percentage one-on-one players. You know, meaning that, like, you actually have to run a double team at those 2 guys immediately. Not like, good defenders can actually stay with Klay. But, like, with LeBron James, I mean, a lot of times it's a mismatch, you know, so you got to run a second guy at him. Anthony Davis, got to run a second guy at him, you know. So the Warriors have a lot of work to do. You know, I don't know if they move off Jordan Poole or not, or maybe move off of Steve Kerr. You know, and man.
Well, I know. First of all, let me talk about my Lakers because I'm not going to allow you to do that tonight. You're definitely not going to sit up here and not give my guys some real props.
No, I'm giving them props. I'm not surprised.
No.
I thought they were a better team. I really did.
Wait a minute. I need you to isolate these situations, and I need you to give my guys some real credit. First of all, can we start with Anthony Davis? Are we not entertained Rasheed White when it comes to Anthony Davis?
I thought he was a really, really great player. You know, I just didn't think that, you know, his mindset, he doesn't have the mindset. Like you know, a lot of players, they're good. He got his money. You know,
I'm talking about this series against Golden State. You're
he did his thing, man. I mean, he did his thing. I would probably put him in the top 10 players. You know, I mean, I would put him on the top 10 players. I'll put him up there. The way he's actually playing right now, yeah, man. Yeah.
When it comes to Golden State, I know you were talking about possible adjustments. You brought up a name of Klay Thompson, and I call him Mr. Loudmouth because he always has something to say when it comes to LeBron, and LeBron always wound up making him eat his words. Klay was 9 of 42 Over the last 3 games of the series versus the Lakers, he shot 21% over the last 3 games. It's his worst 3-game stretch in playoff history. There's reports today, Rasheed, that Golden State is asking him to take a pay cut if he's considering to stay with the team.
What, restructure or pay cut?
No, a pay cut. Now, I've been telling people for the longest time that Klay is not that guy. And all that Splash Brother conversation has been gone. And people have been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt for about 2-3 years.
He's not a superstar. He's a good role player. I mean, what gets him into the NBA? Well, what got him into the NBA is his ability to actually catch and shoot. But if you can't do that now, it's the same thing I said with Joe Harris. Listen, they gave this man 4 years, $75 million to shoot and make freaking shots. If you can't do that, and Steph Curry's giving you shots when you're wide open, then I don't know, man. I would say he would definitely have to be the one to actually take the pay cut, I guess.
He's going to take it. He's too scared not to take it. Klay cannot take his own team to the promised land. He needs Steph. That's his identity.
He's not, like I said, he's not a superstar player. He's not like a Pascal Siakam, 3-4 dribbles at the rim, puts pressure on your defense, and can get like these role players like wide open. I don't see that from him even before the injuries. Never really saw that from him. But he's a really, really, really good role player. I mean a really, really good role player.
Klay doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He has a good basketball IQ. Before the injuries, he was one of the best two-way players in the game. I'll give him that. And I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Of course, he's not going to be the same player after the injuries, but his inconsistency has been so much of a liability that it's just like, bro, you got to give it up. You are always going to be robbing. And if you go to another team or try to carry this thing on your own, you're really going to get exposed.
So I don't see that in him. Nah, I don't. I just don't. I don't.
Where could Klay Thompson go lead a team to the playoffs as the leader?
I don't. Again, I just don't see him, man, because he doesn't have the athleticism, like on the crafty, sick handles. Like Steph Curry has handles, and he can break his defender down, even though he's not explosive. But like you don't get that from Klay or anything like that, man. It's just his thing is catching and shooting. That's his strength. I mean, everybody in the NBA has a strength. I mean, they're there for a particular reason for the most part. All those 400-something players. I mean, not the ones that's the role players have a special skill set, that got them into the NBA. So Klay is, catch and shoot. That's his thing.
You are the general manager, Rasheed, of the Golden State Warriors, and I'm throwing 5 names at you, and one of them have to go. Which one are you parting ways with? Steve Kerr, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins.
That's hard, man. I mean, Draymond Green, there's a lot of players who don't understand basketball. I mean, he's very valuable. Like I said, he's a role player that actually knows his role, and he doesn't try to do things like let's say a Brook Lopez, right? He's going to try to take somebody off the dribble, not really his strength or anything like that. He'll wind up turning the ball over. So, I mean, Draymond Green is really valuable, and, I mean, he knows his role, and he doesn't try to do too much for the most part. Andrew Wiggins actually gives him athleticism. I don't know. Maybe Jordan Poole, I would say Jordan Poole, I would get rid of him, because, if you have a great defensive team like the LA Lakers, that one-on-one high isolation thing is just not going to cut it, man. You got to move the basketball east-west. I mean, the basketball moves faster than what players actually move.
You say Jordan Poole. How much of Draymond Green presence do you put on Jordan Poole's performance or lack of?
I think it was more on Steve Kerr. I don't know about Draymond Green. Because Jordan Poole would take some crazy shots sometimes, and Steve Kerr would yank him, and that's going to really kind of mess with your confidence, man. If the coach is like kind of just taking you out of the game. I mean, Steph Curry takes a lot of bad shots, and Steve Kerr doesn't say anything. He's not yelling or screaming or taking him out of the game on a couple of bad possessions. But when Jordan Poole actually does it, they take him out of the. The coach gets him out of the game. So yeah, that's gonna like throw your confidence off somewhat, man. And you don't have you got to play instinctive basketball, and Steve Kerr actually does that and makes him kind of overthink now. Where you got to be playing with instincts. I
look at Draymond Green's numbers. He definitely plays his position, like you said, and he definitely has impact when you look at what's happening on the court for the most part when he can play ball and not get thrown out. But, the whole situation with Jordan Poole, and you go back to the situation with Kevin Durant, I don't think Draymond is good for the young talent in Golden State. So for me, unfortunately, it would have to be Draymond Green. I know Jordan Poole came up short. Jordan Poole was inconsistent. Andrew Wiggins stepped up, played big, but, he might go somewhere else. But Draymond, even though he belongs in Golden State, it's just like, okay, everybody was saying he's the true leader. He's the heart of the locker room. I don't think Steph, Clay, and Andre Iguodala, they don't need that at this point. Those guys have been proven. They've been through the fire. So at this point, the only impact that he could have would be on the younger players. And I don't see him having a positive impact.
He talks on defense. A lot of players don't communicate on defense. Screen left, screen right. So he communicates on defense. I'm
saying in the locker room though. I'm talking about he punched Jordan Poole, and then you see they had some friction at the end.
You see Jordan Poole, man. He talks a lot of shit. Yeah, even way before Draymond punched him in the face.
That's true.
I said on my own show, somebody needs to punch Jordan Poole in his face. This dude is too arrogant, man. I played against guys like that, man. I want to really punch this dude in. I want to break his jaw, man. He talks so much shit. He does. You see, he's too arrogant.
Real quick, let me know what's your thoughts on the Western Conference Finals. Let's get a quick preview on the Lakers versus the Nuggets. This is a rematch from the bubble Western Conference Finals. Denver, number 1 seed. We got Joker versus AD pretty much. How you think this Western Conference Finals is going to play out, Rasheed?
Oh, I'm going to take Denver in 5. I know you're going to get mad at me. But it's just too many horses that the Denver Nuggets have. Like guys like Aaron Gordon, I played against guys like that, man. I mean,
what has Aaron Gordon ever won? What has he ever done?
If he gets like a D'Angelo Russell gets switched on to him, and Austin Reeves gets switched on to him, I mean, you have to send immediate help, man. He can I remember when he was with the Orlando Magic, man. He used to destroy us.
You have Denver in 5. Are you kidding me? And you talking about all these horses that the Denver Nuggets have, Rasheed. I mean, what has these guys won in comparison to the Lakers, who beat these same horses in 2020?
Yes, I mean Jamal Murray's healthy. You got Bruce Brown. I think Jokic is actually much more experienced back then. I mean, from back then, he has 3 years now of experience. Better squad, man. You just look at that's why I just knew that the Denver Nuggets was going to annihilate the Phoenix Suns, man. Whether CP3 actually came back or not, they just don't have the players. Just even like Aaron Gordon, man. I mean, he's tough, man, and he's just a role player, and he could drop 20, 25 points, man.
You're saying Aaron Gordon is tough because what he did against your guys in Orlando, but what has Aaron Gordon
against
ever
Phoenix
done?
too? Against Phoenix too. I mean, yeah, he's tough, man. He's powerful. He could put the ball on the floor. He could shoot the 3. I mean, defensively. I mean, you got Jeff Green. You have, Jamal Murray. Was it Michael Porter Jr.? I mean, this has got a lot of,
So I guess the Lakers didn't get better. They just stood still this whole time, right? I mean, you're talking about
that Denver Nuggets team is actually better than that Golden State Warriors team. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So
They won and
and listen, we gotta be real over here, man. Listen, I get it. We can't be fans about this, man. I want to see the Lakers actually advance to the damn finals too. But we actually got to be straight real about this over here, man. None of that fanboy nonsense.
Who being fake about it? Because my team is in the Western Conference Finals. Where's your team at? Where's your team?
We home. We got swept, man. We got swept to oblivion, man.
I'm as real.
What I'm saying is, listen, we're professional analysts over here, man. All right.
What did I say wrong? Did I not say my guys was going to take it to the promised land? Where are we at right now? What are you talking about?
All right. So, what's your predictions on the Lakers and Denver, man?
I got LA in 6.
What?
You're talking about Denver in 5 is blasphemous, bro.
What's your logic?
What's yours?
I gave you mine. I want to hear yours.
I read this book before. So have you. I understand you can sit up here and make all these excuses that it was the bubble and Jokic was younger and give me all these excuses, blah, blah,
blah. Match up them. I mean, the playoffs is all about matchups. I mean,
for every person,
like in a 7-game series, who's going to match up with Jokic?
If you let me answer the question, I'll do it exactly the way I need to do it. Now, again, for every person that you want to name that's gotten better on Denver, I can give you the same for LA, proven and has taken their team to the playoffs before. Not in LA. These guys in Denver has not proven anything. To me, regular season top seed doesn't mean anything. Am I surprised that they knocked Phoenix off the way they did? Yes.
Why are you surprised about that?
I promise you, it wouldn't have went down like that if CP3 didn't have his groin injury. Bro.
Too small, man. He's 6 foot. I think I'm taller than him, man. So he's too small. They have to upgrade. They have to upgrade that point guard position. They do. They have to get bigger at the point. And he needs like somebody that's like 6'4", 6'5", that can actually play some damn deep.
Phoenix got a lot to do. They fired Monty Williams today. We're gonna talk about Phoenix.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that, man. Oh, wow. I went to the movies today. I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, they just fired him about an hour ago. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But I for you to sit up here so disrespectfully, and I should have known. You to say the Denver Nuggets in 5, you're only giving the Lakers. You see how much defensive impact AD has had in the playoffs? You forgot who we beat in the first round? We knocked off the 2 seed. We knocked off the 2 seed with ease, then knock off the defending champions. And now you
got to remember Memphis was missing Brandon Clark, and he was missing Steven Adams, man.
Oh,
and Ja Morant was hurt, so
Ja didn't play.
I mean, he played, but I mean, you have a hand injury on your shooting hand. I mean, that's going to really affect you.
Everybody's hurt. You got an excuse for everything.
It's not an excuse, man. It's not an excuse.
We're in the Western Conference Finals. This is why we shining right now. 5, 4. What, bro? That is ridiculous.
I stuck up for LeBron when Golden State Warriors beat him. When Kyrie and K Love went down, I told people back then, if Kyrie was there and K Love was there, that they would have won that whole series. I mean, he damn near went up 3-0 with Dellavedova as his next best player. You know what I'm saying? So you had a healthy Kyrie, well, not healthy, but you understand what I'm saying, a functional Kyrie, a functional K Love without serious injuries. I mean, yeah, look what happened the next year. They wound up beating them anyway.
LeBron doesn't lose conference finals. You know that, and I know that. So I'm cool. Denver can have home court advantage. I'm good. When the Lakers take game 1, like they've been doing in every round, we have a different conversation. That's what's going to really make you guys realize that
too many thoroughbreds, man. Too many thoroughbreds on that team.
Thoroughbreds? What thoroughbreds? Michael Porter
Jr. What's his name? Aaron Gordon, Jokic, Latavius.
Come on, man. KCP is our leftovers, man. What are you talking about?
You're playing well, man. You look at the plus minus. I think it was a plus 18. I forgot which plus minus is what.
What big man?
He had a serious impact,
man, bro. What real big man has Joker ever had to face, especially in this playoff run? who he had to face.
Listen. I agree with you there. But if it was like Giannis or something like that, like somebody that can actually, but like Anthony Davis, like like he doesn't really like he's not like Giannis where he's gonna get to the rim like explosive off the dribble. He's not like that, So that's an easy cover for Jokic right there, man.
Okay, okay.
It is. I mean, because he's like.
You lost your mind.
I don't know, man. I just try to. I just don't see it. I'm trying to paint a picture over here. Cause like I said, we're a professional analyst over here, man. So I could like the Lakers, man, but just like I like the Brooklyn Nets and my team. And I would be crazy to say, they're gonna beat the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm like, hell to the nigga. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't happening. That was not happening. So we gotta be professional analysts over here, man. So take your fanboy hat off and put your analyst cap on. And what do you actually really, really think, man? Give me some logical reasons why you believe that the Lakers can beat the Denver Nuggets in 6.
This guy must be on drugs, man. I swear. Rasheed White has to be drug tested tonight. I swear. Oh. No, ask me to give you some reasons. This is the season that we watch LeBron James surpass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. These guys started off 2-10 this year. They pretty much reconstructed their roster at the trade deadline. Had to go through the play-in tournament. Knocked off the 2 seed, knocked off the defending champions. They split the season series, regular season series with Denver, and those teams played before January. So the Denver Nuggets haven't even getting to see this new Lakers team. Bro, I'm not concerned at all. I got the Lakers in 6, definitely.
Who's going to stop Jokic, man? You can't double him.
Who's going to stop LeBron and AD?
I hear you. I'm not saying that they're going to blow. I'm not saying they're going to blow out the.
Let me ask you a question. Let's go back to the bubble when there was no added help and all that. It was all about on the court. We had AD and Joker. Who gave it to who just a few years ago?
You had Dwight Howard over there. You had JaVale McGee, and you had Anthony Davis. It wasn't just Anthony Davis. You had those 3 big men that were physical with him.
I respect that.
It wasn't just AD.
I respect
that. AD had 3 months of rest, too. You know what I'm saying? 3 months of rest. Him and LeBron.
Everybody had it. Stop
they had a bunch of rest, no travel or anything like that, no home crowd. Anthony Davis is actually playing for something. He was playing for a contract. That money means something to him. It means something to a lot of players. We see this with a lot of players over the years. Man, I can give you about 100 examples of guys like playing well, contract year, they get the money, and like what the hell happened to them, man?
This is the best of 7 Sports Talk, man. 7 Mitchell, Rasheed White. We're in the building, man. Let's get into quarter number 2. Let's flip things over to the Eastern Conference side of things, man. The Miami Heat have somehow, some way made it into the Eastern Conference Finals, man. Playoff Jimmy Butler has just been insane. Rasheed, what are we doing with Jimmy Butler, number 1? Let me start off with that one.
I don't even know what to say, man. I'm just flabbergasted, man. I don't know what to even say. The Miami, Eric Spoelstra, let's credit Eric Spoelstra. He's been coaching his ass off, man. Just really making adjustments, in-game adjustments. The shooters on the floor has been making the right plays, and not the shooters, making shots. They've been making good plays. It's just, you close out on the shooters. They put the ball on the floor, like hard closeouts. They put the ball on the floor. They move the basketball, play good defense. I don't know, man. I'm just shocked. I don't even know what to even say because like nobody actually saw this coming over here, man. Nobody saw this coming.
It amazes me. You had nothing to say about Jimmy Butler. You want to talk about her
He's doing this
exposure?
thing. I know. I'm just saying. I'm giving Eric Spoelstra a lot of credit because not for Jimmy Butler, but for those other guys. I mean, Bam has actually been doing his thing. I mean, he had 26 in that closeout game.
Jimmy.
Oh, Bam. It's not just one man. All right, it's a team sport.
Is the reason. No. It's a team sport, but Jimmy is the reason. Let's not act like we're not watching the game with our own two eyes. Jimmy's the reason. Bro, they lost the first game in the play-in tournament. You're going to tell me Bam out of a day? They ain't even got Tyler Hero. So if it's not Jimmy, who has it been then? Bam and Kyle Lowry?
No, I mean, they've been doing it. No, they've been making shots and playing good defense, man. I'm just shocked, man. I mean, even Kyle Lowry, man, he looked like a shell of himself, man. He's actually been doing pretty well, and I don't know what to even say, man.
So you're not moving. You're not putting Jimmy Butler up on no pedestal. You're not.
Oh no, he's been doing very, very good, man. I mean, we've seen this. It's time to give this man his props, and because like I said, he's one of those guys that actually puts the work in the offseason. I actually say this on my show. I mean, I did a video about it, man. I was like, what's up with these? What's up with your guys' offseason development, man? Who was I using an example as? Some of the players. I cover a lot of Brooklyn Nets stuff. So I'm like, where you get? All right, so you get knocked out of the first round of the playoffs, take a month vacation, and then from June, July, August, you need to be in the gym working on your game, getting better, man. Whatever your weaknesses are, and watching film. So Jimmy Butler actually has been doing that. I mean, you saw him. I remember when he first got into the league, he was just a guy who could play defense, and he just each year started getting better and better and better.
Is he a top 5 small forward right now?
Absolutely, man.
Top 3?
Absolutely. I mean, think of some other threes, man.
We got
LeBron. I would say that. I would say. I bet he's not better than LeBron. Not better than KD.
Kawhi.
Not better than Kawhi, but I would say, damn. I think I would probably take him over KD right now, man.
Really?
And he's one of my favorite players in the NBA. But KD showed me something in this Phoenix series over here, man.
Are you blaming that on KD?
No, I'm blaming that on the owner, and I'm blaming that on the coach, Monty Williams.
Getting back to Jimmy Butler, tomorrow we got Game 7 between the Celtics and the 76ers. There's so many storylines and narratives when it comes to Doc Rivers and Philly in Game 7s. Hypothetically, if Philly loses tomorrow, when you look back at them letting Jimmy Butler go, how much of a mistake do you think that would be on Philly? And who should be paying for that?
That's a huge mistake. It's not just that's just a regular mistake. A huge mistake. A huge mistake. A big mistake.
Who pays for it?
Whoever the I don't know if the owner didn't want to pay him, or if it comes down to the general manager. Somebody got to pay for it. I don't know the inner workings of the Philadelphia 76ers. But if it's the general manager who has autonomy over the team and the owner's actually staying out of it, like he's running the team basically, or the president of basketball operations. But I mean, ultimately falls on the general manager right there, man, the GM. I think it was.
I'm gonna be honest, because I can remember when this thing happened, and I had said that it was the immaturity of Joel Embiid that made Jimmy Butler refuse to want to stay. It was Joel Embiid was the problem, and of course, Daryl Morey wasn't going to pull that trigger because Embiid was their guy. Jimmy Butler was just coming off of the friction with the team in Minnesota. When I said that it was that immaturity of Joel that was the reason Jimmy really left, because Jimmy don't play them childish games.
Nah, man. Like I said, he's a.
If Philly loses, if Philly loses tomorrow, regardless of Joel winning the MVP, I would totally blame Joel Embiid for all of this. And I would have to get rid of Daryl Morey as the general manager. Joel is too good to get rid of him, but somebody would have to pay for this. And Daryl Morey allowed this to happen on his watch, I believe, a couple years. I think Daryl Morey was the GM.
It could have been Elton Brand, I think. Was it? We got to look
Was it
that up.
Elton? Yeah, I maybe. Okay, so maybe he get a pass, but I'm really looking at Embiid being a culprit when you look at this thing in the big picture. Because if they would have kept Jimmy Butler, they may have been in the finals one of these years.
Mm-hmm.
Without
yeah, absolutely, man.
And if Doc Rivers lose another game 7 tomorrow, what are we saying about the 76ers if they lose to Boston tomorrow?
I mean, you got to look at it. There's a lot of different factors in there. Like which team was supposed to win, which team is actually better. It depends on how you lose. If you get blown out like the Phoenix Suns, 25-point victory, then I'm gonna look at the coaching. That's the first thing. But if you lose by a couple of points and a stupid possession, let's say like what Jalen Brunson did, not passing that ball out to who was the shooter out there? Oh yeah, Josh Hart, not passing it out to him. That's something. We don't got to blow the whole team up. It's just something that Jalen Brunson got to look at film and then just become better at. It was just a mistake.
So you'll give these guys some leeway. Cool.
Depending on like the margin of victory, man. If you fight it to the end and it just comes down to like a shot attempt, I wouldn't fire Doc Rivers. But if you lose by like 10, 15 points, then yeah, you gotta see what type of adjustments he actually makes. In-game adjustments. Like let's see, like for the Boston Celtics. I don't know why they don't actually. A lot of teams don't run this, but Robert Williams is the center. He can actually come up and set the high screen for Jason Tatum. That would get Joel Embiid switched on to him, and he's dealing with that knee right now, that knee injury. That knee sprain. So it would force Joel Embiid to actually guard Tatum, and maybe they have to run a second person at him. So I mean, it's a lot of different things, but we'll see. We'll definitely be watching that game over there. And if, like I said, they get blown out, then yeah, Doc Rivers probably has to go. But if it's like a couple of points here and there, maybe add a piece here and there, see what the weaknesses are in the team.
I'm wondering what would happen if Boston loses, because now you're really talking about what are we doing with Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. Both of those guys, by being all NBA this season, they're both eligible for Supermax contracts, which would equal up to about $613 million. I don't think Boston will wind up paying that much to keep both of those guys on, especially within the sample size they haven't won the chip. So it's just, if they lose, I think that thing is getting broke up, no doubt. I think you're right about Philly.
In the beginning of the show, I said you need 2 high percentage one-on-one players if you're actually going to make any kind of noise. It can't just be one guy, I'm surprised Jimmy Butler's actually doing it with like one guy, like just him being that guy, like that superstar player, and not another really
Jimmy.
Yeah. So, but normally you need like two like max guys really to go far, in the playoffs. So if you get rid of one, I don't know who's going to really replicate. I would definitely keep Tatum over Jaylen Brown. But I don't know who would replicate the production that Jaylen Brown can give you or vice versa. Who on that team can actually do that?
He's not just real leader.
Yeah, who's that? Oh, Jaylen Brown, right? Tatum.
No. Jaylen Brown, to me, is the real leader. Jason is the best player. But look how short Jason comes up when the Celtics need it the most. That's why they're in this predicament now of a game 7 versus Philly. Same reason why they came up short versus Golden State. Jason Tatum has come up short in the playoffs when they needed it the most. And on both ends of the court, Jalen has shown the leadership. but
Yeah,
I don't think they would part ways with Jason.
I like Tatum's skill set better than Jaylen Brown though.
He's more consistent to me
Mm-hmm.
overall. Let's talk about your Brooklyn Nets, man. Third quarter of the show. This is the best of 7 sports talk. Rasheed White, Sports to the Wire. Let's talk about your Brooklyn Nets, man. Where do you guys go from here?
God, man, I did a whole a bunch of shows on this over here, man. Definitely need a big man that can actually rebound and play some defense. I was talking about like the weight. Somebody that's about 7 foot, 250 pounds. I went over a whole bunch of guys.
DeMarcus Cousins?
Nah. I don't know, man.
Beggars can't be choosers,
his
man.
locker room presence, man. I don't know. We need somebody that can play some damn defense too, man. That can move their feet, that can slide their feet, that can move laterally. Because they do so many of these screens, man, where these big men, it's like slow plotting big men get switched on to like Damian Lillard and Tatums and Browns and Halliburtons and Morants. And then we need Ben Simmons actually healthy. I mean, those are the two key factors right there. A big man that can actually shoot the floor, give you 33% from the 3-point line. 7 feet, 250 something pounds with some girth on them, and can provide some rim protection there. And then we need Ben Simmons actually healthy. He's the only player right now on the team that can command what we were talking about in the beginning of the show with the Golden State Warriors, an instant double team. I did a whole bunch of videos on this where Ben Simmons get the ball, they run 2 guys at him. Got to get the ball out of his hands, and guys are like wide open. I mean, wide open. Not like, we're going to cheat on him. We can stay, like far, like close to the shooter or something like that. Like Mikal Bridges doesn't command like that instant double team. Cam Johnson doesn't command that instant double team, like a hard double, get the ball out of his hands, because he's a matchup nightmare. But Ben Simmons actually does that, and he can get these guys like, I don't know if you keep Joe Harris, and I did a video on Steph Curry and Watanabe and Patty Mills, but he can get those guys like really wide open, uncontested 3-point shots.
Your team in no way, in no shape, in no form, and in no fashion has a chance to really do anything. I hope you know that, because I know that, and I think the American public knows that. If you guys were to do anything, the whole makeup of the Brooklyn Nets would have to be different. Do you have a superstar or a star in mind that you think could come to Brooklyn and really change things? And if so, who currently in Brooklyn would have to stay in order to make it work?
Well, you definitely need Cameron Johnson. You need the 3-and-D guys, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. I think you would need Ben Simmons to actually stay, again, because he's just a matchup nightmare. I mean, you got, let's say, Tyrese Halliburton guarding him, and Ben Simmons is 6'11", 240 pounds, powerful, man, strong. I mean, you have to run a second man at him. You have to. It's just that you a coach, put yourself in a coach's position. You actually have to run a second man at Ben Simmons, and that's going to give guys wide open shots, man.
If I give you Damian Lillard and
don't
Pascal
want him.
Siakam, you don't want Dame.
I know. I'll take Pascal Siakam. I don't want Dame. Not with $60 million on that contract at 38 years old. Hell to the no.
Wow.
Nope. He's not. Listen, Damian Lillard is not going to get us past Boston. He's not getting us past Philadelphia. And if Milwaukee brings their team back, he's not.
What is Ben Simmons going to do? I mean, really?
No, I just told you, man. He can get guys wide open shots, man. Wide open 3-point shots. Wide open 3-point shots. If not, he's going to score. He can pretty much break down smaller defenders or post up smaller defenders and just score at the rim at will. I mean, you can go watch the highlight videos. I mean, he had back-to-back 35-point games. the 42-point game he actually had against the Utah Jazz, and
Who
that
you
was
talking
with
about?
Rudy, Ben Simmons.
What about the 2 0-point games he had this season?
He had 13 assists.
But what about the 2 0-point
He's had a
performances?
knee injury.
Yo,
Not
you-
100%. He's coming back from an
bugged
injury.
out.
He hasn't
You're
played
bugged out.
basketball in a long time.
You're
Coming
bugged
back
out.
from an injury.
You're bugged out.
Coming back from an injury. Hasn't played basketball in a long time. And they were double teaming him. They were. That's what I told you. I broke that because everybody was trying to clown Ben on that game. I'm like, listen, here's what it is. Double teams. Ben Simmons gets the ball, tries to do something. They run a second person at him. What are you supposed to force up a bad shot? He passes the ball to the wide open shooters. You know, so and you said 2 0-point games out of the 40-something point games, 40 games he actually played. I know it hasn't been a large sample size, you know.
All I know is I've never heard the third best player of a team having scoreless games like that.
And listen, man, I seen players with 4-point superstar players with 6 points, 8-point games. James Harden had an 8-point game.
You can't name me an NBA star that's had 2 0-point performances in the same quarter, in the same season. I just don't know no stars. Not one. Not one.
I feel you on that. And like I said, there's some, and I got on Ben Simmons too, man. Off-season work. You should be putting in that jump shot. You know, 1 month vacation, and the rest of the
vacation.
summertime,
Oh yeah, come on, Rasheed.
no, I just say like all right. So let's say Ben was playing in the playoffs right now, right? They got bumped off about 3 weeks ago. Go take your vacation and then bring your ass right back into that gym, you know, for 8, 9, 10 hours a day, working on your your weaknesses, jump shooting and free throw shooting, man. You know what happens if Ben gets a jump shot, man? Whew, man. You know,
last topic of tonight's show, man. I want to talk about Chris Paul. You know, there's reports that it's more than likely he's going to be parting ways with Phoenix. The Lakers are like leading candidates for Chris Paul. You think CP3 is a good fit in LA with LeBron and AD?
Nope. No.
Really?
I think D'Angelo Russell is a better fit, you know, because he can play like a real like a Klay Thompson type, like an excellent catch and shoot 3-point shooter, you know. I don't think the ego. I don't know, because who's going to? We're going to have LeBron James play off the ball, you know. I mean, you rather have the ball in LeBron's hands or CP3's hands, and you know that's a no-brainer right there. You know, so
both of the basketball IQs are high.
No, I agree.
Those guys have been in the league so long. I don't think it's going to matter. I would like to see that those two play together, Chris Paul and LeBron, because of the basketball IQ. But you can't, you know. Anthony Davis, is he going to give up his jersey for CP3?
I don't know.
Like if the Lakers win, like LeBron is talking about Anthony Davis jersey going up in the rafters already. CP3 can't come to LA and demand the number 3 jersey, so we can't call him CP3 no more. Like, I don't know how that would work.
Yeah. That's true too, man. That's for the betterment of the team. I don't know. What's Chris Paul's 3-point shooting percentage, man? How much he shoots? What's his percentage from the 3? We gotta go look that up real quick.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it all depends, man. If he shoots like 32, 33% from 3. I don't know, you know, but if CP3 can shoot 38, 39% from 3 and LeBron has the ball, he gets double, because LeBron's going to command double teams more than CP3 is going to command double teams. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be requiring.
We've had mistake makers for the last 2 years, and Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverly running our floor. Outside of LeBron, he's high usage rate. He makes turnovers as well.
Mm-hmm.
CP3 is smart. Like LeBron could in year 21 could definitely use one of the best floor facilitators in NBA history in Chris Paul.
Yeah, I mean, because he could work on that. Like he could post up smaller players. I mean, it depends on how they actually run the offense. They can get some switches where LeBron, a smaller player, gets switched on to LeBron, and CP3 actually gives him the ball. It could work though. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. It's just that Chris Paul gets hurt, man. I mean, these guys in there 30-something years, man. And the West is no joke, man. I mean, teams are going to retool. I mean, Phoenix is going to come back with something. They can probably get Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is a free agent, I think. And they get him, and it's somebody that can actually space the floor out better than DeAndre Ayton, You could have a lot of problems right there, So it all depends on what a lot of these teams in the West do, Does Kawhi Leonard come back? Does Denver Nuggets is going to be who they are? And again, even if you have the Denver Nuggets go, you got Chris Paul against the Nuggets, man. I mean, you got, like I said, you got thoroughbreds, man. You got thoroughbreds and Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray. These guys are.
I don't know what you're talking about. I watched my guys beat Denver. I'm not tripping, man. I'm not tripping. I can't wait for Tuesday. Lakers winning game 1. I'm telling you. Rasheed, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, stretching it out too far, man. Let's get it on right now, man. Forget all that rest nonsense, man. Like,
man. We balanced over here. I don't know what Rasheed talking about, bro. I appreciate you, man. Let everybody know where they can follow you at, man, before I sign off.
Yeah. Sports 2 TO The Wire. I'm on there. I try to post out like 5-6 videos a week. Depending on my energy levels, man.
You enjoying the playoffs so far?
Yeah, man. It's been a ride, man. The Knicks were scaring me for a minute. I said, man, they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, shit, they're going, like, other players are gonna be thinking, yo, if they made it to the Eastern Conference Final, they can have a star player actually say, if I can come to this team and add a lot of value. And our Brooklyn Nets are like really done, damn near, man. But they got bumped. So,
if LeBron James win the title this year, is he the GOAT now?
No.
Nope. Still not the GOAT.
No, GOAT by rings, man. Because Bill Russell got 11. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if
he's the GOAT.
Rings, then how he's not already the GOAT then?
Not a better player. I'm going by player.
He's not a better player than who?
MJ, I mean, he could play every position. You know what I'm saying? Like his post moves are better than Hakeem Olajuwon's. Go look at what they say. Olajuwon was.
What can Michael do that LeBron can't do, bro?
Post up, play without the basketball, play off ball.
Did you just not see what LeBron did to Golden State in Game 6? When you talk about backing Wiggins up, what?
Now I'm talking about how he moves without the basketball. I mean, his post moves.
Michael was a shooting guard. He's 6'6". He's supposed to. LeBron.
Yeah, but LeBron's 6'9". You still can move without the basketball. You still can actually move around. You still can move around.
He's a locomotive, bro.
Stop MJ can play. MJ has point guard skills, 2 guard skills, 3 guard skills, 4 like power forward skills and center skills.
So does LeBron has played and defended all 5 positions. When has Michael Jordan done that?
Yo, MJ, I'm still thinking I just don't understand how you get that good, man. I've been playing basketball. I don't understand how you actually get that good. It just amazes me with MJ. Like how you get 5 skill sets in one player, man. Like you can get like a freaking center. You can get Richard Hamilton. You get a point guard all in one player, man. He's even good playing just like a power forward, just going in and crashing the boards. And I said, whoa. I said, wait, he can play like a damn. I just thought he was a ball hog. I said he could pass his ass off, man. I mean,
in year 20, you see what LeBron is doing in year 20, man. That's just case closed, man. All right, man. We are out of here, man. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I'm 7 Mitchell, man. If you guys again are new to this platform, Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Check out the podcast. Is available on all listening platforms. I'll catch you guys later on this week. Enjoy game 1 of the Western Conference Finals coming up on Tuesday. Again, big thanks to Rasheed White. Shout out to him as always. Make sure y'all follow him on social media, and we are out. Peace, guys.
All right, peace.
All right, man. I want to thank you guys for listening into another episode of the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I'm Seven Mitchell, man. Make sure you follow the show to be sure to be notified about the next episode. Also, I'll put the Linktree link in the description so you can follow us on social media as well as donate and contribute to our platform. See you guys again on the next episode. Peace.